Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the English Conversations podcast.
Hey there, I'm Sam and this is Hina.
And we're so excited to have you here today.
Today's episode is going to be really helpful because we're covering a word that confuses a lot of English learners.
That's right. We're talking about wood.
I know. Wood can be tricky.
But don't worry. By the end of this episode, you'll understand exactly how to use it.
We're going to break it down step by step with tons of examples.
And we'll keep it simple and practical.
Before we start, let's hear from you.
Yes, please go to the comment section and tell us.
Number 1, where are you listening from right now?
Number 2, have you ever been confused by wood? Be honest.
Number 3, what's one English grammar topic you'd like us to cover next?
We read every comment and we love hearing from you.
All right, let's dive into the wonderful world of wood.
Nice wordplay, Sam.
Thanks. Okay, let's get started.
So, Sam, what's the first and most common use of wood?
Great question. The most common use is for making polite requests.
Exactly. Wood makes your request sound more polite and formal.
For example, instead of saying, "Can you help me?" you can say, "Would you help me?"
Hear the difference. Would you help me sounds more polite.
Let me give you more examples.
Would you close the window, please?
Would you send me that file?
Would you mind waiting for a moment?
That last one is especially polite.
Would you mind is super formal and respectful.
You use this when you're asking someone to do something that might inconvenience them.
For example, would you mind helping me move this table?
Or, would you mind turning down the music?
See? Very polite.
Now, when should you use would instead of can?
Good question. Use would in professional settings, with strangers, or when you want to be extra polite.
With your boss, would you have time to review this?
With a client, would you be interested in our new product?
With someone you just met, would you like some coffee?
But with friends and family, can is totally fine.
Right. Can you pass the salt is perfectly okay at home.
So it's all about context.
Exactly. Now listeners, let's practice.
Think about a polite request you might make at work or in a formal situation.
Write it in the comments using would you.
We want to see your examples.
All right, next use, offers and invitations.
Yes, we use would to offer something politely.
For example, would you like some tea?
Would you like to join us for dinner?
Would you care for some dessert?
Notice the pattern. Would you like or would you care for?
These are polite ways to offer something.
You'll hear this a lot in restaurants.
Would you like to see the menu?
Would you like anything to drink?
Would you care for an appetizer?
Very formal, very polite.
Now, how do you respond to these offers?
If you want to accept, yes, I would, thank you, or I'd love to.
If you want to decline, no thank you, I wouldn't. Or I'd rather not, but thanks.
Let me give you a full conversation example.
Great idea.
Imagine you're at a fancy restaurant. The waiter says, "Would you like to start with an appetizer?"
You could say, yes, I would. I'd like the soup, please.
Or, "No, thank you. I'd prefer to go straight to the main course."
Perfect. Both responses are polite.
Another example, invitations.
Would you like to come to my birthday party?
I'd love to. What time?
Or, I'd like to, but I have other plans. Thanks for inviting me.
See how would makes everything sound more polite?
It's like adding a layer of courtesy to your English.
Exactly. Okay, listeners.
Practice time. In the comments, offer something to someone using would you like to.
Make it creative. Now, Sam, let's talk about a different use of would.
Oh, you mean would for past habits.
Exactly. This one is really interesting.
So, would can describe things you did regularly in the past.
It's similar to used to, but with a slight difference.
For example, when I was a child, I would play in the park every day.
This means it was a regular habit in the past.
My grandmother would tell us stories before bedtime.
We would visit our cousins every summer.
These are all past habits that don't happen anymore.
Now, what's the difference between would and used to?
Great question. Used to can describe both habits and states.
But would only describes repeated actions, not states.
For example, you can say, I used to live in London. That's a state.
But you cannot say, I would live in London. That doesn't work.
Right, because living somewhere is a state, not a repeated action.
But you can say, when I lived in London, I would visit museums every weekend.
That's a repeated action, so would works perfectly.
Let me give you more examples.
My father would cook breakfast for us every Sunday. Correct.
My father would be a chef. Wrong. Use used to be instead.
We would go camping every summer. Correct.
We would own a tent. Wrong. Use used to own instead.
See the pattern?
Would is for actions you did repeatedly.
Used to is for both actions and states.
Got it? This is important.
Let me share a personal example.
Please do.
When I was in high school, I would walk to school with my best friend every morning. We would talk about everything: music, movies, our dreams. Those were good times.
That's lovely. And all those actions, walking, talking, they're repeated actions.
Exactly. So would works perfectly.
All right, listeners, your turn.
Think about something you did regularly when you were younger.
Write a sentence using would in the comments.
For example, when I was young, I would...
We're excited to read about your memories.
Okay, now we're getting into something important.
Conditionals. This is where would is used a lot.
Don't worry if this sounds complicated. We'll make it simple.
So would is used in the second conditional.
The second conditional talks about imaginary or unlikely situations in the present or future.
The structure is if plus past simple, would plus verb.
For example, if I had $1 million, I would travel the world.
This is imaginary. You don't have $1 million, but if you did.
If I were you, I would take that job.
You're giving advice about a hypothetical situation.
If it rained tomorrow, we would cancel the picnic.
It probably won't rain, but if it did.
See, these are all imaginary or unlikely situations.
Let me give you more examples.
If I could fly, I would visit every country.
If she studied harder, she would pass the exam.
If we had more time, we would finish the project.
Now, there's also the third conditional.
This talks about the past, things that didn't happen.
The structure is if plus past perfect, would have plus past participle.
For example, if I had studied harder, I would have passed the exam.
This means you didn't study harder and you didn't pass.
If we had left earlier, we would have caught the train.
You didn't leave earlier and you didn't catch the train.
These are past regrets or past possibilities that didn't happen.
It's talking about what if in the past.
More examples.
If I had known about the party, I would have come.
If they had called me, I would have helped them.
If she had asked, I would have said yes.
Okay, I know this seems complicated.
But the more you practice, the easier it gets.
Let's do a quick comparison.
First conditional, real possibility. If it rains, I will stay home. This might really happen.
Second conditional, imaginary. If it rained, I would stay home. This is imaginary or unlikely.
Third conditional, past. If it had rained, I would have stayed home. This is about the past.
See the differences?
Don't try to memorize everything right now.
Just understand the basic idea and practice.
All right, listeners, challenge time.
Write 2 sentences in the comments.
One using second conditional, if I would.
And 1 using third conditional. If I had, I would have.
Let's see what you come up with.
Let's talk about expressing preferences with would.
Yes, would rather is super useful.
Would rather means would prefer.
For example, I would rather stay home than go out.
This means you prefer staying home.
She would rather drink tea than coffee.
They would rather walk than take the bus.
Notice the pattern? Would rather than.
You can also shorten it. I'd rather stay home.
That's more natural in conversation.
Let me give you some real-life examples.
At a restaurant, I'd rather have chicken than fish.
Making plans. I'd rather meet tomorrow than today.
At work, I'd rather work from home than come to the office.
All of these express preferences.
You can also use would prefer,
I would prefer to stay home. Same meaning.
but would rather is more common in everyday speech.
There's also would like for desires.
I would like to learn Spanish.
She would like to visit Paris.
We would like to order now, please.
These express desires or polite requests.
Let's do a quick comparison.
I want coffee. Direct, less polite.
I would like coffee, more polite.
I prefer tea. Stating a preference.
I would rather have tea, more emphatic preference.
See the subtle differences?
They're all correct, just different levels of politeness.
Okay, listeners.
Write a sentence about your preference using would rather.
For example, I'd rather learn English than...
Complete it in the comments. Now let's talk about would in reported speech.
This is when you're repeating what someone else said.
When you report what someone said in the past, will changes to would.
For example, someone said, I will call you tomorrow.
When you report this later, you say, he said he would call me tomorrow.
See? Will became would.
More examples.
Direct speech, I will help you.
Reported speech, she said she would help me.
Direct speech, we will be there at 5 p.m.
Reported speech, they said they would be there at 5 p.m.
This is important for everyday conversations.
Like when you're passing on messages.
Mom said she would pick us up at 6.
The teacher said she would give us extra time.
My boss said he would review my proposal.
All reported speech.
You use this all the time without even thinking about it.
That's true. It becomes natural with practice.
Now, there's also wouldn't for negative.
He said he wouldn't come to the party.
She told me she wouldn't be late.
Same concept, just negative.
Simple, right?
Once you understand the pattern, it's easy.
Let's talk about forming questions with would.
Yes, questions are super important.
The structure is would plus subject plus verb.
For example, would you like some water?
Would she come if we invited her?
Would they help us?
Would it be possible to reschedule?
All perfectly formed questions.
You can also use question words.
What would you do in my situation?
Where would you go on vacation?
When would be a good time to call?
How would you solve this problem?
Why would anyone do that?
These questions use would for hypothetical situations.
Let me give you some real conversation examples.
At work, would it be okay if I left early today?
Shopping. Would this come in a smaller size?
Restaurant, would you recommend the fish or the chicken?
Making plans. Would Saturday work for you?
All natural, everyday questions.
Now let's talk about answering.
Would you like coffee? Yes, I would. Or no, I wouldn't, thank you.
Would you help me? Of course I would. Or, I'm sorry, I wouldn't be able to.
Notice we often use would in the answer too.
It keeps the same level of formality.
All right, practice time.
Write a question using would in the comments.
Any question, make it interesting.
Let's put everything together with real scenarios.
Great idea. Let's start with a job interview.
Perfect. Here's a common question.
Where would you see yourself in 5 years?
Good answer. I would like to be in a leadership position, leading a team and contributing to company growth.
Another question. Would you be willing to relocate?
Yes, I would be open to relocation for the right opportunity.
Great. Now at a hotel.
Would you prefer a room with a city view or ocean view?
I would prefer an ocean view, please.
Would you like wake-up call service?
Yes, I'd like a wake-up call at 7 a.m., please.
Perfect. Now shopping.
Would this dress suit me?
It would look lovely on you.
Would you have this in blue?
Let me check. Yes, we would have it in stock.
Now let's do a full conversation.
Okay, I'll be a customer, you be a travel agent.
Perfect.
Hi, I would like to book a vacation package.
Of course. Where would you like to go?
I would rather go somewhere warm. What would you recommend?
I would suggest Thailand or Bali. Would you prefer beaches or culture?
I'd prefer a mix of both. Would it be possible to customize a package?
Yes, it would. We would be happy to create a custom package for you.
Great. What would be the next step?
I would need some information from you. Would you have time to fill out a form?
I would. Let's do it now.
See how many times we used would?
And it all sounded natural.
That's the power of would.
All right, let's talk about common mistakes with would.
Yes, let's help everyone avoid these errors.
Mistake number 1, using would with if in the if clause.
Some people say, if I would have time, I would help you. Incorrect.
The correct way is, if I had time, I would help you.
Never use would in the if part of a conditional.
Mistake number 2, confusing would and will.
Remember, will is for real future, would is for hypothetical or polite.
I will help you tomorrow. Real promise.
I would help you if I could. Hypothetical situation.
Mistake number 3, using would for states in the past.
We talked about this earlier,
You can say, I would play football every weekend, correct?
but not I would be happy. Incorrect. State. Use was or used to be.
Mistake number 4, pronunciation. Many people don't pronounce the L in would.
It's would, not would.
Practice, I would like.
Again, I would like.
Good. Keep practicing.
Mistake number 5, forgetting contractions in speech.
In natural conversation, we almost always contract.
I would, I'd.
You would, you'd.
He would, he'd.
She would, she'd.
We would, we'd.
They would, they'd.
So instead of saying, I would like coffee, say, I'd like coffee.
It sounds much more natural.
These are the most common mistakes.
Avoid them and you'll sound great. Let's clarify the difference between would and will. This is important because people often confuse them.
Will is for real future actions and decisions.
I will call you tomorrow. This is a real plan.
Would is for hypothetical, polite, or past repeated actions.
I would call you if I had your number. Hypothetical.
Let's compare.
I will help you. Definite promise.
I would help you if I could. Conditional help.
She will come to the party. She's definitely coming.
She would come to the party if she were invited. Hypothetical.
See the difference?
Will equals real, definite.
Would equals imaginary, polite, or habitual past.
Got it?
Good. Moving on. Time for some practice exercises. Let's test what you've learned.
Exercise 1. Fill in the blank.
Blank, you like some tea.
The answer is would. Would you like some tea?
Exercise 2. If I blank rich, I blank travel the world.
If I were rich, I would travel the world.
Exercise 3. Change to reported speech. I will come tomorrow.
He said he would come tomorrow.
Great. Now, listeners, try these.
1. Make this sentence polite. Help me with this.
2. Complete. When I was young, I blank.
3. Make a conditional. If I had wings, I blank.
Write your answers in the comments.
We'll check them and give feedback.
Before we finish, let's give some learning tips.
Tip number 1. Listen to native speakers.
Pay attention to how they use would in movies, podcasts, TV shows.
Tip number 2. Practice out loud.
Don't just read, speak the sentences.
Tip number 3. Start with polite requests.
This is the easiest use. Practice saying would you and I would like.
Tip number 4. Keep a journal.
Write about imaginary situations. If I could, I would.
Tip number 5. Don't try to learn everything at once.
Focus on one use at a time. Master it, then move to the next.
Tip number 6. Use it in real life.
At restaurants, shops, work, practice using would.
The more you use it, the more natural it becomes.
Okay, let's do a quick review.
Would is used for
1. Polite requests. Would you help me?
2. Offers. Would you like some water?
3. Past habits. I would play outside every day.
4. Conditionals. If I had time, I would help.
5. Preferences. I would rather stay home.
6. Reported speech. She said she would come.
And remember the common mistakes.
Don't use would in the if clause.
Use contractions in speech. I'd instead of I would.
And practice your pronunciation.
That's a lot of information.
But don't worry, it takes time.
Just keep practicing and it will become natural. Before we go, remember to engage with us. Leave a comment with 1. Where you're from.
2. One sentence using would.
3. What topic should we cover next?
We read every single comment.
If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe. Share with your friends who are learning English.
And turn on notifications for new episodes.
Next week, we're covering should.
So make sure you don't miss it.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening.
Keep practicing, keep learning.
You're doing great.
Until next time, I'm Sam.
And I'm Hina.
Take care and keep learning.
Bye, everyone.
See you next week.